This is Anna Android of Monster in a Box TV, and we're here at the band's 2010 Warped Tour with the Casualties. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Jake. Oh, yeah, Jake. My first question is, how you have been on the Warped Tour a lot. How has this experience differed from the rest of them that you've had?
This one, it's kind of cool because we're like one of the bands that have done Warped a few times, whereas a lot of bands are new to it. So it's like it's sort of like a little easier for us because we just sort of like come in and do our thing, and we kind of know how the run of the mill for this tour. So it's kind of like what it is, you know. It's not too difficult for us this time around, and it's like awesome this year. Like the crowds are much bigger and stuff, so it's a lot better. We're excited to be here.
That's good. That's good. And you guys definitely have a lot of energy. Like people are just going crazy when you guys are playing. What makes you how do you make the decision on like you want to come on the tour? You know, how do you know like that you want to, or what's the process?
Well, the band, ever since we started, the Casualties have always had a certain reaction from people. Even when we were playing like 10 people back in like 1993 and stuff, like it was always just kind of like aggressive. That was just the nature of our music. When we start playing, people get wired to it, and there's not really a lot of just like sitting around. It's just like full energy for a half hour, 45 minutes. Short, sharp shock, and then it's over, you know? So it's like a comet. You gotta catch it and ride it and just like have a good time, and we're an angry band, you know? So
yeah.
There's enough bands out there singing about relationships and nice fun times, and you know what? There's not a lot of fun things happening, so we're singing about the dark side, you know?
And speaking of that, would you like to shed some light on the riots that happened in Costa Rica?
That was the promoter and the club owner. Not so much the promoter, but the club owner decided to stop us in the middle of our set, and the entire crowd of hardcore Casualties fans that never have seen us before, like just were like, fuck this, we paid money, and they just wrecked the entire club. Destroyed it. I mean, you were there. And so it was just like kind of thing where it's like, yeah, well, that's what happens. You don't do that. You don't do that when a rock band is, when like a band of our style is playing. You don't stop, you know. You let it just go and let it happen and let people leave happy. But instead, he pissed everybody off. What do you think a club full of angry punk rockers are gonna do? Yeah.
Definitely. Well, there's a video up on YouTube of you guys in Mexico, and there's a fan that jumps into the stage and is yelling that you guys are capitalist and all this stuff. What would you say to? Because I mean, I'm not sure that the more popular your music gets, the more your message is misunderstood. What would you say to fans who are misinterpreting your message?
It's like a thing of like it's like things like really young kids say. It's like when they don't really like know what paying bills and like the reality of life is yet, you know. Like when you still live at your parents', you think one way. When you live on your own, you think a different way. And so well, you know, the band has to make some money to survive, and it's just the cold-hearted fact, truth, whatever. We're not a band who lies to people. Like, yeah, we have to make some money. We're an urban band, you know, so we have to store the RV in the trailer in like a lot. We have to pay for our practice space. We got like, you know, George is a kid, like, you know, we have families and stuff. Like, I have a little wiener dog, I gotta feed him, you know. So like, you know, it's the thing, we're not making tons of money, but we're like, we gotta make a little bit, you know, to keep doing what we're doing. And the people that hate us aren't really that, it's not that many, but like, it's just, we brought that kid on stage to kind of make it show how like kind of stupid that is, to like bag on people that are the same kind of like coming from the same environment, sort of. You know, it's like we're out here doing it because we love it. You know, we're not. It's not like we're on MTV and we're driving Italian cars. You know, it's like, you know. So that's just stupid. It's just idiocracy. It's like seriously, capitalist? No, we're not. We're not killing people, and we're not like just making money, and we're not all about greed and stuff. It's just like we just have to you have to put you have to put coal in the steam train for the train to keep rolling. You know, so it's what it is.
So you guys are one of the oldest bands, or not the oldest, but I guess more of a legendary kind of band.
I like legendary.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I really feel like you guys capture the essence, or the true essence of what Warped Tour is, I guess. How do you feel about the progression of Warped Tour over the years?
You know what it is? It's like, there's always going to be bands that we don't really like. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be stuff that's like not really, you know, what the Casualties, who we want to play with. But there's good bands like Bouncing Souls, Pennywise, Dropkick Murphys are on today, Anti-Flag. I mean, this is the place to be right now for, like, you know, if you like fucking loud music. And the Warped Tour has to get bands that are, like, you know, a little more mainstream and a little more hip, because they got to pull the kids in, and then when the kids come in, we play to them, and then we turn them to the dark side.
Yeah, definitely.
So we try to make them not listen to some of the garbage that's out there.
That's good. Thank you so much for doing this. So check out the Casualties. I guess, well, they just played, but they're really good, and you can only get this on Monster in a Box TV.